Hey guys, what's up? This is Buddhacrous from iPlayCOD.com, and today here I have my new game type that I've created. This is called Thread the Needle. We were actually going to be doing some Modern Warfare 3 livestream, and the day of I was trying to think of crazy-ass game types that we could play outside of, the stuff we already play, Michael Myers, Infected, all that good stuff, and this is what I came up with. It's a funky little idea that actually turned out to be a lot of fun. So here's how the game is generally played, and we'll get more into it in detail. We have the threads and we have the needles. The threads are obviously all of us, and the needle, as you can see right there, is on the very tip of that plane. And the point, of course, of threading a needle is trying to get it spot on. And that's what we're trying to do here. And so this is just some quick gameplay that we had. We had an open lobby for people to come in and try to help me out with perfecting this game type, and I think we got pretty good. And so here's what you need to play this game. Now, the best way for this to work is to have the needle at a high vantage point. The reason being is because if you're shooting parallel or say downward, or he's behind a wall, you have a better chance of hitting him with splash damage than you would just a direct impact. Of course, with threading a needle, it takes precision, and that's kind of what this calls for. Now, all the threads will be off on their own. We do try to bunch them up because the needle will have his turn at the threads. One of the main things you need, of course, is a long line of sight. This game mode would not be as fun as if you were just 2 feet away from each other. So we've picked a couple of spots that we've gotten best. These are really long line of sights, and they work really well for this game type. And so here in a second you'll be able to see from the needle's vantage point exactly what it looks like when he has 17 RPGs coming at him all at once. Now this is really cool to watch when you are the needle. Now the cool thing about this is the RPGs, of course, everybody knows they don't go direct, and so it kind of gives a little bit of randomness to it. That's half the fun. But here's the thing, when the needle does not die, he actually gets his chance to return fire at the thread. And so you can see here him taking the shots, but of course, because RPGs go fucking everywhere except where you want them to, he doesn't really hit his mark. And so in the case of that, here's what happens. You just take charge. Everybody is set to 1 life, so you gotta go fucking kill them, right? And then the needle can find out how long he can survive. Obviously not very. Alright, well, what we're gonna get into now is the custom games, how you can set this up. It's fairly simple. What you're gonna do here is you're gonna set up a game mode under Team Deathmatch. This is easiest because we don't want people blowing each other up, so if you were to do it in, say, free-for-all, you have the chance of all the threads blowing themselves up. Now, under Edit Game Rules, I have the time limit unlimited and the score limit unlimited. That way you have plenty of time to do everything that you need to set up. 1 life, and the round limit unlimited. That way, if the needle doesn't die, you can just keep going. The way you work it is, whoever kills the needle, you would end the game, and then they would then become the needle. Now, under general settings, the only thing I have is UAV constant. That way it makes it a little easier for you guys to find out if you have any stragglers, make sure everybody's in the right place, things like that. Alright, and so what we have for custom classes, of course, if they're going to be not allowed, and Black Ops makes this very easy. What I have here is I have just one single class that's copied over and over again, and here's what's in the class. All I have is an RPG. You can see lightweight, fast hands, and extreme conditioning. You don't need much else than that, and nothing else would really be beneficial to you. Of course, with the RPG, you can pick whatever camo you want, as well as the knife. That's completely up to you. Now, it should have it by default, but you want to make sure auto assign is off, and then you can change the team that you're on with the bumpers, and you want to make sure you only have one person on one team, everybody else on the opposite team. Alright, but here's some more gameplay of the action. As you can see here, this gets a little crazy, especially if you are able to get a full lobby. Now, the thing to remember is, if nobody hits the needle gets his fair share at shooting at you guys. Now, keep in mind, you kind of want to bunch up just to be fair, because if he is able to get a hit, he's gonna get multiple hits. Keep in mind also, he's got 2 rockets, so he could possibly take out everybody on the team. Well, almost everybody. Now, while experimenting with this, we were able to find 3 maps in Black Ops 2 that it really works well with. So as you can see, all the threads are back here in the sniping camping spot where this tree is, and the thread is going to be over here on the helipad. Now, you want him to stand on the little railing there. It makes it a little easier, makes him an elevated target, kind of gives it a little more of an edge to it. But again, it's called Thread the Needle for a reason. You never know what the fuck's going to happen. Again, I don't even expect to hit him, but I literally thread the needle on this one. Now on this map there is more of a chance for a splash damage kill, and that's okay. It's still a fun game type. But let's check out the other map. Now for carrier, you're going to have the needle stand on top of the sniper platform in the very corner. It's got to be that right hand corner. And for the threads, they're actually going to be on this back Harrier. Now this one actually has a particular challenge to it, because with this line of sight, you can't actually see the target. Keep in mind, if you have minimap on, you're going to be able to tell where he is in the general direction, but you have to shoot through these flames in order to get to him, so that means you can't even actually see him. But even so, just like before, it's still as crazy as it was. And of course, if he doesn't die, he still gets his chance. Now there are a few last tips that I want to give to you guys to help your gameplay run smoothly. You definitely want to designate one person on the firing squad to either count down or mark when to go. If you're going for cool kill cams, if you're wanting to make highlight clips, it's very awesome to have all of the RPGs going at once. Another thing that I told these guys is to shoot them as soon as you reload. Don't wait, because if you have a bunch of people like waiting and holding their ammo, you may accidentally, you know, have a guy that still has some ammo and you all start running out. So you definitely want to just shoot them off as fast as you can. Another thing, as you can see here, these guys have it to where some of them are going prone, some of them are crouched. You want to make sure that you're not in anybody's face, or else you'll just blow off the back of your teammate's head and kill yourself. And so those are really the only tips that I have, guys, to make this game run as smooth as possible. I'd really love to know what you think about it. I mean, I didn't work too hard on this. I mean, these guys did most of the work, and any name you see in here, shout out to them. They just were all available on Monday night to help me out in the live stream, and I really, really appreciate you guys coming out and helping. And so if you guys have any other kind of ideas of any crazy-ass custom game types or any kind of, you know, areas that we could do this on this game type. I know on Modern Warfare 3 we were doing it on Buddhacrous, but we really couldn't find anywhere else. So if you guys have any ideas, let me know down in the comment sections below. Be sure to check out my Twitter and Facebook as well, and as well check out the iPlayCOD channel, because that's where we'll be live streaming this crazy ass shit. Alright, but thank you guys for watching. My name is Buddhacrous. You guys take it easy.